What is good, YouTube? We are back with another banger daily reaction. Today we have asking billionaires how they got rich, Houston. So coming up, we have all of this going on right here. I'm gonna set my notes up. Y'all
Who
know
am
the
I here with
deal.
today? Damon John.
Kendra Scott.
Are you a business owner?
I am.
Let me
I'm
throw
one
this
of
small
only
screen.
20 female founders in the United States that
Wow.
have founded a billion-dollar brand.
That's inspirational.
A $1 billion company.
A billion-dollar
Billion-dollar company
with a
with-
B.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
What was the most amount of
Nah,
money?
that
you ever made
energy
in a
is
single
important.
year? In 2019, I
What
sold
is this?
76
Asking billionaires how they got
companies
rich.
for 1.27 billion.
The most amount of money the company ever made was $980 million in profit.
In profit.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
it is pretty good.
How can somebody become a multimillionaire in 2024 like yourself?
Asking billionaires how.
Hard Knocks family, I'm out in Houston,
They
Texas right now at the Aspire Tour,
got
which is one of the largest business conferences in the entire
rich.
world. We're VIP today, so we're going to be interviewing 8, 9, and even billion-dollar entrepreneurs to figure out how they created their wealth and their best advice to any
That's Kevin Hart on the
entrepreneurs
wall.
trying to build multi-million-dollar businesses in today's world. So with that being said, let's go interview these moguls and let's
Let's
go see what
do
they
it.
have to say.
Let's go. I've been Houston getting bags. I've been stacking up my cash. I've been all about me. I've been all about the addition. All up in my bag, it's the bag hitting. All up in my stacks, it's the stack switching. If you run up on me now, got the Smith and Wesson. Never guessing, never checking.
Kendra Scott.
Kendra
What
Scott.
industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
So jewelry and accessories.
Jewelry and accessories,
Yep.
okay.
Retail, wholesale. I'm omni-channel, baby.
Omni-channel,
all of it.
Are you a
everything.
business owner?
I am. I'm one of only 20 female founders in the United States that have founded a billion-dollar
Wow.
brand.
So you
Can you believe that?
$1 billion
That's
company.
A
inspirational.
billion-dollar company.
What a bee!
Yeah.
That's important. I'm not gonna lie.
Brand.
So my first collection I did with $500, and then I was able to write some orders. I had a decent amount of margin. I was able to reinvest in the business. Nobody would invest in
Okay.
me for 10 years. I went to multiple.
Wow, that's important. Hold on. Nobody invested in. What was her name? Kendra Scott? Something like that. I want to get the name down.
Who am I here with today?
Kendra Scott.
What
20 female founders in the United States that have founded a billion-dollar brand.
So you
Can
founded
you believe that?
$1 billion company.
A billion-dollar company with a B.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the secret to building $1 billion brand?
So my first collection I did with $500,
Uh-huh.
and then I was able to write some orders. I had a decent amount of margin. I was able to reinvest in the business. Nobody would invest in me for 10 years. I
For
went to
10
investors.
years.
Nobody
That's
would give
crazy,
me a
bro.
dime. Even though I was selling to big department stores and other people, no one believed in retail. So I had to do it on a line of credit, credit card debt. I put everything I owned up for collateral. I bootstrapped
Oof.
this baby.
That I ain't gonna lie. That takes bulls. I'm not gonna lie. Put everything up for credit collateral.
All the way. But as we started to get success, and one of my mentors said, if you build it, they will come. Boy, was he right. When I started having lines around the block and people coming in, they
Yeah.
were like, all these PE firms and venture capital firms were ringing my phone, and they're like, how do we get engaged and involved in this business? Keep your head down, build a profitable business. Not just a business that looks good top line. You gotta have EBITDA, baby.
Yes,
you gotta be
yeah.
making money.
EBITDA. I never heard of that before. Yes, hold on. So she said, keep your head down and build in all caps a profitable business.
They're like, how do we get engaged and involved in this business? Keep your head down, build a profitable business.
Hell yeah.
Not just a business that looks good top line. You gotta have EBITDA, baby.
What's
you gotta
EBITDA?
be making money. And that is what
That
everybody's
money?
looking for today. 10 years in, we were able to bring investors, and here we are continuing to grow.
So what was the best
Amen.
advice that you ever got from a mentor?
Look, we always talk about, people feeling like you gotta fake it till you make it, whatever it is. I totally disagree with that, but you can't be intimidated. Success is a mindset. My father always said, honey, don't be intimidated by the men in suits. I've walked into so many rooms and nobody in that room looked like me. And I had to have that confidence within myself to know I know what I'm talking about. I know that I can do this. And
So
I'm
confidence.
not going to let anybody scare me today.
And
Have
don't
that
be intimidated.
Have that ability, because there's always going to be somebody that'll want to intimidate you. You got to walk in there and be like, watch out, here I come.
Okay, boom. Confidence and not being intimidated. Very important, yeah.
So as a billion-dollar business owner, you've been at the table with some heavy hitters, and you've had to negotiate and close some massive deals, I'm sure. What is your best negotiation advice for people that are in those rooms with those kind of people that may struggle with closing deals in today's world?
You know, look, I always say I'm a sponge. I want to hear what these folks have to say, and I try to really understand their perspective. But at the same time, I'm going to come back with that, and I've already done my research. I've done my homework, and I came in prepared. Don't go to any negotiation or any contract negotiation without doing your homework. Know exactly who is going to be sitting in that room. Know their backgrounds. Know other deals that they've done. Talk to other people that have done deals with them, and you're going to bring out things out of your hat, and they're going to go, whoa, how does she know that? How did she hear about that? I always am surprising them, and that is the art of negotiating, is you've got to be able to surprise your opponent with a little bit of a punch right when they least suspect it.
Yeah, you got amazing advice.
Art of negotiating.
So I really appreciate it.
Hold on. Art of negotiating. Be able to surprise them with a punch. You gotta have it on you. You gotta be ready.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hard Knocks family, we just interviewed business legend Kendra Scott, who's one of only 20 female entrepreneurs who built a billion-dollar company from scratch. Like she said, dude, she started this company with only $500, entered into a multi-billion
Nah,
empire.
for $500 is crazy.
If you really want to be a CEO, want to be.
What did she say? You have to walk into any room, any sales meeting, any negotiation with the confidence. It doesn't matter who's on the other side of there, that you prepare to win, and that you can make incredible things happen. Great interview with Kendra Scott, guys. Let's see who else we can find, man. Come on. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Question for you. Have you ever been broke before?
I've been broke. I've never been broke.
Yeah? And what do you do for a living out here in Houston, Texas?
I'm in private equity.
You're in private equity.
Yeah.
Now, I go all over the country just asking successful people how they made it for the younger generation. Could I get just 1 minute of your time real quick?
Sure.
What was the most amount of money that you ever made in a single year?
In 2019, I sold 76 companies for $1.27 billion.
$1.27 billion.
Yeah.
And do you come from a lot of money?
No.
No? What was the #1 book that changed your life?
Yeah, my #1 book is Ego's the Enemy by Ryan.
Oh, nah, I haven't heard that one before. That's a good one. That's a new one. Ego is the enemy. Book that changed his life.
And Holiday.
Yeah.
So good.
#1 takeaway from that book?
That everything that you want is on the other side of your ego. You got to get your ego out of the way. Use people to get to where you need to go.
Do you think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Because there's a hustle and a grind that's absolutely necessary that most people are not willing to put the effort into.
At what point as an entrepreneur is it time to diversify?
When you have a system and process that's replicatable. If you focus on the actual system, then it doesn't matter what you do. I run 86 companies at the same time, right? So everybody that tells you to focus on one thing, they just don't know how to have a process and system to do multiple. You can run 10 businesses yourself.
Okay, hold on. So, to diversify, you need to have a system in place. Then you can copy and paste it into any venture. That's true.
If you wanted to.
So you're running 86 companies. How's that possible?
It's possible because I have a system and process that gives me all data. I'm data analyst at the top. I have people that I empower, and then they run the same system across every single company, no matter what it is.
So
It's a real Wolf of Wall Street type vibe.
It's like
All about people and systems.
People and
private equity,
systems.
You're in the money business. What's the best industry people should be looking to get into in 2024?
Right now, AI and tech. I mean, AI.
AI.
And tech's everything.
Why is that?
Because it has the greatest opportunity for scale. Everyone knows they need it. They don't quite have it yet, and it's gonna take over so much of our computational processing in our businesses.
So we're on our way to go get our next interview right now, but I want to take a moment to talk to you guys about some of the greatest advice I've ever received while running this channel. One of the best decisions you will ever make with your money is learning how to make that money work for you. But I'll go a step further. Just as it's important to invest back into yourself and your business, you need to invest in your family's future. And that's why I want to take a moment to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Fabric by TyyWrrld. Fabric was made for parents to make it easy to...
I mean, that seems important. I'm just not looking forward to the ad, but shout out him for the sponsorship.
How you doing, sir?
How are you? What is your name?
James Dumont. Who am I here with today?
Me?
Yeah. Slash Hard Knocks. How you doing, sir?
How are you? What is your name?
Asking his name is meta. I'm not gonna lie. Ask for names. Names are important, as you saw if you watched the other video that I dropped similar to this, or like any other ones, and you or you've read or heard of the How to Win Friends and Influence People book. They speak on it themselves, and they're saying how somebody's name is the most precious sound in the world to them. So you got to make sure that you get their name. You can continue repeating it throughout the conversation, etc.
James Dumont. Who am I here with today?
Me? Who am
Marcus
I? I'm Marcus
Lemonis.
Lemonis. You may know me from The Profit.
What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
You know, I wanted to go in an industry that had a lot of white space, where there was not a lot of competitors. So I got into the RV business, which was shocking to my family because they were like, "You're not an RVer." But I got into it because I knew that the consolidation opportunity was really clear, and the ability to get into places that were unregulated made it really easy. So 20 years ago, it was zero, and today it's a $7 billion business.
What was the most amount of money that you ever made in a single year?
The most amount of money the company ever made was $980 million.
$900 million.
In profit.
In profit?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It is pretty good, but that doesn't always happen.
900
and I think the
what?
key to that is
In profit?
the amount of money the company ever made was $980 million.
980 million in profit is crazy.
It is pretty good. But
That is
doesn't
pretty
always happen.
good.
And I think the key to that is
Thanks.
understanding that you're going to have good times and bad times. You got to find the middle and be comfortable with it.
How important was it for you to master delegation? A lot of entrepreneurs...
Hold on. Dropping gems. Good times and bad. Be comfortable in the middle. Okay. Delegation.
That solopreneur and wear all the hats themselves. How important was it for you building teams and bringing the right people in?
Delegation's important, but what was more important to me was surrounding myself with people that were smarter than me and that had the willingness to say no to me and had the willingness to tell me when I was wrong and challenge me.
Be
and
around
I think
people
as
that
people build
challenge you.
teams, I oftentimes see a lot of business owners that want to build, hire people that are maybe not as smart as them. Instead, hire people that are wicked smart, that make you look stupid, because you're going to end up being the smartest person in the room for hiring them.
1 in 4 millionaires are living paycheck to paycheck. From your perspective, what keeps people
That's
broke in
a good
today's
take.
world?
Wanting to be flashier than they should, thinking that perception of what they look like is more important than who they are. And
Don't worry
think
about being
oftentimes
flashy.
What kind of car I drive and the house that I live in. What's Warren Buffett drive? Do you know?
Not a supercar. A Honda or...
He drives an old beater. He lives in the same house. You want to know why? Because he realizes that.
Look, you're not actually going to get anything done by watching another YouTube video. In fact, you're literally only procrastinating more.
I'm
That's
literally
not
not, bro. I'm
substances.
working
That
right now.
doesn't mean that you can't have nice things, but there's a balance between being substantive and flashy. And I think too often
True.
people are too willing to do this. But I will tell you that every single person is one decision away from losing it all. But if you don't go up here and you stay here, if you lose it, it's not a big deal. You're like, I don't care. I'll just live in a studio apartment again. Sometimes people put material things around them because they think it makes them look better or stronger or more powerful. I don't believe it.
And your last message to the younger generation?
Have the confidence that you are just as
Confidence.
smart as everybody else, and don't let age be a barrier to you getting a seat at the table. Too oftentimes, big executives think that if you're young, you don't know what you're doing, you don't have enough experience. Prove to them by having the right information, doing the right research, outworking them every single day, and never be entitled to anything. Tell people that you're willing to work for it. And if other people in the room are not willing to work, you push them aside and you show up first and you leave last.
You gotta make it.
Thank you, brother.
Guys, $980 million in profit. We just interviewed Marcus Lemonis, who's the founder of a company that did over $1 billion in revenue in a single year. Crazy interview.
Nah, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, doing $1 million in revenue is crazy.
It wasn't just delegating.
Or $1
finding
million
people that
in
were smarter than
profit.
him to make the right decisions that ultimately led to him being able to
I
scale.
like that he
That's
sums it
what
up at the
turned
end,
into a
too.
Great interview out here in Houston, man. Come on,
That's
let's look at this
fire.
next one. This video's been insane, you guys.
I wonder
Let's
if he
go.
watches
Who am I
it
here
back
with
to
today?
get the information back, or he just does it. He just goes for it.
Fashion. How long have you been in business?
Fashion
40
industry.
years? What was the best financial advice that you ever received throughout your career?
Money's a great slave, but a horrible master.
You had a quote: "Pioneers get slaughtered."
Ooh, wow. That's a banger. Hold on. Money is a great slave, but a horrible master. That's tough. That's a banger right there.
And settlers prosper.
Say it again. I forgot that one.
Pioneers get slaughtered and settlers prosper.
That's exactly what happens.
Could
I
you
like
say that and break
you
that?
said it. Pioneers get slaughtered and settlers prosper. That's
Break that down for people that may not understand.
well,
that.
a lot of pioneers. If you could be too early on something, right? And nobody gets it, and you keep talking. Oh, I want to do it. But nobody gets it. Move on. But the ones who are like, I want to do it. Let me take my time. Let me settle. Let me figure it out.
How can somebody become a multimillionaire in 2024 like yourself?
Well, what is a multimillionaire?
Somebody that creates financial freedom. Somebody's aspiring to kind of achieve that success.
What if they're sick as shit?
Then it doesn't matter.
Then it's not a multimillionaire.
Hard Knocks family, this video's been insane so far, but I want you to comment down below who's been your favorite interview so far and why. I love connecting with you guys.
Was that
I wanna
it?
know what you guys think about this video. With that being
Hold on. He was dropping gems. Why was that it? That was the end? Okay. So they're not a multi. So health is everything. What if they're sick? Health is... Heck yeah. Health is everything. Facts.
said, let's get this next interview. Who am I here
Keep
with
going.
today?
I'm Billy
Good
Ray
year.
Taylor.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
the
That's
CEO
inspirational.
Of LinkedXL and author of the book, The Winning Link.
How old are you
Hey.
now?
I'm 57.
And if you were to go back in time and have a
57.
conversation with your 20-year-old self, when you were
Hella years
starting
of
from
life.
zero, what's the best advice
He
you
lived
would
my
give
life
to
damn
your
near
younger
3
self?
times.
If a bird lands on the branch, does the bird trust the branch or does it trust its wings? And the clue, I've seen many birds land on branches, but what I've never seen is a branch break and the bird fall and die. Trust your wings.
Wow. How long
Trust
have you been in
your
business owner
wings.
for?
5 years, I branched off and started my own company called LinkedXL.
What was the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
Well over 7 figures.
7 figures.
Yeah.
Could you give me a range?
Between 1 and 3.
$1 and $3 million.
That's me personal.
What's the greatest lesson that you've learned about entrepreneurship that you'd pass on to someone about to start their first business in 2024?
Deliver
Yeah.
clarity. You can't manage a secret.
Who was the most important person that you met throughout your career?
Ooh. Business advice. Deliver clarity. Can't manage a secret. Heck yeah.
My mom.
Was she a business owner or?
Well, of a house, but she taught me the most valuable lesson, and she said, start with a standard. What you accept, you can't change. So if you don't set the standard, the best coaches, the best leaders, right? Think of home plate in baseball. It's 17 inches.
Okay.
If you play Little League baseball, high school baseball, it's a standard. Coaches don't widen the plate. You got to play to the standard. And then what you accept,
Okay.
you can't change.
What you accept, in other words, you got to know your worth.
You got to know it. Know your value.
Know your value. What you accept, you can't change. Facts.
Value. You can't give freebies. When I tried to give people my consulting aid, when I gave them my software, no one took me up on it. When I said, well, you're losing how much? 10 million? It's gonna cost you this. And they said, that's a lot of money. I said, no, it's an investment. My value is if you pay me this, 5,000, I'll make you 5 million. Now it's a deal. My value is a deal now. So you gotta help people understand your value proposition.
This video was
True.
amazing, you guys, but I want you to like and subscribe for amazing content we've got coming very, very soon. And as I mentioned earlier, our official entrepreneur community, School of Mentors, hit over 1,000 members. So if you want to be a part of an entrepreneur
Hey, shout out to his
can
community
connect
on
with
school.
you guys inside of
He's tapped in with Hermosi and them. Hey man. Official notes. Y'all know at the end of these videos I like to just give y'all a rundown on what we gathered information wise. Asking billionaires how they got rich. Retail. She said nobody invested in her for 10 years. She put everything up on credit, everything collateral. Confidence and not being intimidated is the biggest thing she was learning. Biggest thing she took upon herself. Being a sponge is very important. Be prepared and do your homework. Keep your head down and build a profitable business. Don't go out there and just try to convince people of what you can do. Go out there, put your head down, work, and then your business will speak for itself. Art of negotiating. Be able to surprise them with a punch. Make sure you have a sleeper. Ego is the enemy. Ego is the enemy. Is the book that the next person said that they love so much, and they learn the most from. Everything you want is on the other side of your ego. Important. AI and tech, most scalable businesses right now. If you're trying to do something, make sure you implement that. To diversify, you need to have a system in place, then you can copy and paste it into any venture. That's the whole fact. Make sure if you know what you want to become, make sure that you do it every day and that you understand where you can go with it. Ask for names, very important. I picked that up just like background notice of that one guy. I forgot his name. I should have wrote it down. Good times and bad. Be comfortable in the middle. I think it was Marcus something. Be comfortable in the middle. Understand your good times and bad times exist. You need to be comfortable in the middle. Be around teams that are smarter and challenge you. Don't build a team of people that are worse than what you're capable of, because you end up being smarter for hiring the smarter people because you understood their value. Don't worry about being flashy. Confidence is important, and age is not a barrier. Outwork them and escape entitlement is the most important thing. Now, the next person, 40 years in fashion. Money is a great slave, but a horrible master. That's a crazy line within itself. Just to say, again, as is, money, if you have it as, you know what I'm saying, like some sort of a slave, you're having it work for you, you're having it do everything, it'll come back to you and you'll get more out of it. But if you're relying on money to operate your life and that's making all the decisions for you, then you're operating off of what you can do, not what you want to do. And making a difference between can and want are two different things, that are two very important things. Health is everything. Trust your wings. Deliver clarity. You can't manage a secret. Know your value. What you accept, you can't change. Now, this is TyyWrrld. My name is Tyrese Hernandez, but I go by TyyWrrld. This is TyyWrrld V2 channel. Again, videos like this, I tap in with on my own time, on my free time. And I just want to bring this into the community that I'm starting to create on this side of this channel, this family, if you will. And just, you know what I'm saying, continue to not only, you know, give you guys music and, you know, vibe with you and laugh with you and videos like that, but also diversify into understanding that, you know, we all want to build something of our life, build legacy. We have one life to live. So, you know what I'm saying, I just rather do this with you guys. And if you click on this video and you enjoyed what you watched, consider subscribing, consider liking it. Comment what's the biggest thing you learned from it. And without further ado, it's TyyWrrld. I'll catch y'all next time.